Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Olympus server. I just killed, well, not just, the other day I just killed, this whole area was just full of slimes, like crazy amount of slimes. Killed them off, just used my sword with the looting, and got almost 9 stacks of slime balls. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, I don't even have any ender pearls. Get some ender pearls and put some of this lava back down. I think that might have been helping. It's hard to get every corner that they can end up kind of just bouncing into repeatedly. Repeatedly? Sure, that's the word. No D in there. Nope. A V. Definitely a V. Oop, there's one. So I have lava some places, but since I dug out more, there's even more down here. And I still haven't identified which areas are indeed the slime chunks. But you can see there are guys here. And they're just being jerks, so... Go away. Let's just make a little lava thing here. Stop it! Will that flow towards those 2 corners? I think so. Or those 2 holes, I mean. And then, well, here's a ravine, so I guess if they jump down there, they're probably gonna die. But there are issues for sure. Go away. Go away! Go away! Go away! Under here, I think there was a bunch. So let's go ahead and do that. Just because I don't know when I'm going to be digging or feel like digging again. So until then, oops, I think that's just going to go that way. Yeah. Give me that. Give me that back. That was a mistake. Can I have something? Can I have a block? Even? Good. And maybe over here, I guess. We could do one. Just go that way. Sure. Let's slam. Now, eventually, we're going to go down. Someone asked what the plan for this is, as they may not have seen. I haven't talked about it recently, so I can go over it. The plan, why we have this giant hole, or starting to get this giant chasm here. I hear you. I hear you. Stop it. Now the main problem with these guys is they don't despawn unless you leave the area. Unless you get them, either leave the chunk, I think. Like you get 128 blocks away and then they'll start despawning, but they don't despawn if you get like 32 blocks away. Like every other mob. At least I think that's how it works with the slimes. I don't know if there's different... I know there's different spawning things for like the ones that spawn on the surface in swamps. I don't know if those guys can disappear if they're out of range by 32 chunks. But I believe the guys that spawn in the slime chunks don't unless it's 128. So you can get some slimes building up because once they spawn, they're not likely to ever despawn. So as, say, like witches are dying... Witches are spawning, all of a sudden a slime spawns. Witches are spawning, and another slime spawns. Eventually, the mob cap kind of gets overtaken by slimes, and because they're not dying, and because they have a very low chance of despawning unless you get them outside the range, they can just muck up your system. At least that's the way I understand it. I could be wrong, and if I am, please correct me. Whoa, hello lava. This must have been a slime chunk area. Okay. Hey, that's kind of what I was looking for. Let's go check out our X-ray machines real quick. And it's choppy again. Even though I'm at 70 frames. Where am I going? X-ray machines, I said. Yeah, so I apologize if it is. I think OpenGL helps a bit. Not too sure. Okay, up again to our. Right now I'm at 20 frames, so that could be expected if it's choppy. Okay, so I don't know how well these work anymore, because yeah, we've kind of reached the outside Can't tell. I think that's just darkness. Just have to check during sunset, sunrise maybe, or with a night vision potion. See any of the caves. So yeah, hard to tell from that one. But the main goal is to... That thing is going to be dug down to probably bedrock. So the whole circling area. And even if we don't get down to bedrock, we are likely going to fill it with something. Either like water, I think, maybe at the bottom. Or perhaps lava if we're feeling suicidal and want to lose a lot of stuff occasionally, over and over again. Could do lava. But yeah, or we could just leave it bedrock. This one... Oh yeah, it still works. See, that is the plan with the giant pit. So by the end of it, we're going to have this waterfall. Oh, that's a piece I cut out. We're going to have this circular kind of waterfall pouring in from all sides around the tower. And then we're going to go ahead and... let's see here. Yeah, have something down at the bottom. And then the tower itself is going to sit on this giant kind of rock, either protruding out of the ground, or possibly we'll make it kind of even floating, which is kind of one of Iroh's suggestions, which I kind of like. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with it. So you can see right now, because I'm the only one on, we're getting a decent amount of drops here. Witches are falling. I just emptied out all my gunpowder, sold it to jars, so I sold him 6 stacks of TNT. Now I'm broke. I'm TNT-less. Actually, I still have a few private stacks. Go away. Go in there. So, not so bad. So now we gotta work in that around the tower again to build up that accumulation of gunpowder again. I don't think I have enough room for that many. I'm just going to restock these furnaces with lava. I know I got the whole stick system going, but I don't have a decent smelting area set up yet, other than that little hole in the ground with the sticks. So that is something we do have to work on sometime in the future, is a smelter of some kind. Auto smelter, and we want it to be fed by sticks, which would get automatically sent there from... Oh god. Okay, good. I was gonna say I almost made it. Oh yeah, there you go. There's those 9 stacks of slime balls I got just from murdering slimes. Who needs a slime farm? Running? Just come over here occasionally and murder all the slimes. One more. One more. Got it. Got it? Nope, I put it back down. Ow, lava hot. Ow. Ow. Stop burning me. As I'm like standing in it. Why is it so hot? Come on. There's gotta be one here. Got it. Alright. Alright. But today we're gonna go back to the nether. To the nether. And I want to add in that potion thing I was talking about. So I think that should be relatively easy. I don't think we'll build the actual auto brewer on camera, because I've already kind of done that in my single player world. So I'll probably build my newer version, and then I'll just show it to you guys. I think that would probably be the easiest thing. Let's fill these guys up for another round. And I don't think I have enough buckets to do all of that, but... or at least 5 each. But I did bring 3 more down with us, so maybe I do. Close. Oh, it might be, actually, because we'll get a few more buckets back from the initial thing there. So now I got 4 buckets, so what is that? 4 buckets. So yeah, that'll fill this thing up completely. Unless I add more hoppers for more lava storage. But you can see how much lava we've taken out. They just keep getting further back and further back and further back. And I could easily use like coal. I have enough coal that I could do this in coal or blaze rods or something, but I just figured it'd be cool to kind of suck all this lava out of here. Go away, lava! I think we're actually at the ravine, which is where this obsidian is at. I think. Oh, maybe just a cave, not the ravine. Come on. Where are you? Good. Alright. on our way to the Nether. I'm doing a little bit more with these things. This is kind of the newish one. Slightly different from before. The other one had a bit of stairs in there. Here I just decided to take out the stairs. This one's identical. That's kind of what I'm thinking of going with. I also did it in quartz as well, in case the white was a better look. I don't know what that is, but that needs to be fixed. Oh, that's the top cap, which I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Okay. And then there's the original guy over there, kind of the whole stair deal. So I got rid of the two basic ones and basically did the quartz one like that. The stone one I did identical to that to see what kind of multiple of them would look like. So I'm not too sure. I might leave it at that for now. I've created this little wraparound guy here to another balcony. So, and this height is the same height difference, or at least it should be, as this one is to that one. So this is, I think, 7 blocks, and then from there to there is another 7 blocks. So I've got this built, and this will probably be the highest balcony. Above here is going to go some kind of ceiling, probably dome-ish in nature, with some kind of opening in the middle still for the beacon and all that. So this will be kind of the highest level of this area. Then I do believe we're going to have more floors up above, but this will be kind of, this whole area is going to be that open effect. So I got to figure out how we want to connect this, or what we want to do up here as well, because we're going to have that wrapping up there. Here we were thinking of putting maybe the portal. So up here we could have something else, maybe a bedroom of some kind, or even we still need to find a place for weapons and armor and stuff like that. We don't have any chests for that set out. And then I'd probably have to find other means of getting up here as well. So like all the way over here, we've got this other path that's going to come wrap around. And we've got to figure out what we want to do here. We could have it meet up with blue as well, or maybe have like an ender pearl elevator over here. Something like that. And then figure out exactly what we're doing here. Here we could set up, I'm not too sure. Give me your ideas. Give me your ideas if you have any for layout. But anyway, let's go to the Nether. I just got to get one more piece of redstone. Repeaters. Might not even be enough repeaters. Is that all of them? Iron. Repeaters. Okay, well, I will make a few more if I can. I like this. Just as something Jars did. He's actually set up his sorter now at his place. But what he did, this I can't do what he did, but he put hoppers all along the floor here, like under right in front of the chest, but under slabs. So when you're in the chest and you do what I just did, like I dropped a whole stack on the ground, because I don't actually have room in my inventory. So in his design, it'll take all those items that you're doing. So if you're going around and you need like stuff for projects, like stone, maybe some redstone lamps, just kind of use your drop key on them, and it'll throw on the ground, put them all into a hopper system, and then pick them up for you. And then when you're ready to go, all your stuff is kind of there. It didn't help that I had like 2 stacks of that. So yeah, very cool. So I just used it to pick up that. But it also helps in this dilemma because this thing automatically fills itself. Say I only want 1 piece of stone, I can't really usually take out a stack, drop a piece of stone, and be able to put the stone back in place, because it usually is filled up by then. But I could just hit like T over it, or Q in your case probably, and it will drop just that 1 block that I need. So that's actually kind of cool. So thank you, Jars, for enlightening me. So I need some redstone dust, which I put in my thing. Okay, meet you in the Nether. I thought I was ready to go. I was wrong. Alright, we are here. Now in this area, I'm not too certain what I'm doing with it yet, which is why we kind of haven't gone any further. Or one of the reasons. Once we get our location set on the other side for our portal, we can move this guy a bit. And then we can also see what we want to do. I'm probably going to have multiple portals in that tower. So hopefully we can kind of do some portal trickery. Get them to all work cooperatively together. But anyway, for this, I might expand this back a bit further. So right now it's... oh, that won't do. We could move this back maybe to at least here. Not too sure. I guess it doesn't matter. But we're going to set up a little dispenser thing right above the ceiling. That's going to shoot down and give us the splash potion. And we can set it up to do the stake as well. However, stakes don't... well... you could try putting it in the ground and have the stakes just kind of float up to you. I tried putting the stake in the ceiling using a dropper. However, because it's shooting down into a block, items tend to go upwards in blocks, so it shoots down but then just goes up. So it doesn't actually go, doesn't seem to want to come down a good full block like this. So if I had the item there with some glass, I ran into some problems trying to get that to work. So in the design, I just had it open actually, and we had a button right here. And that was all you did. You stood here and you hit the button. This guy would drop down 2 stakes on you, and then there'd be another, it'd be the dispenser right here that would shoot down the potion on you. And that was kind of the station. So I think initially I'm going to set it up like that. So you can get up here, and then you know where you have to stand too, because there's a little bit of a gap. And then you just hit a button, and you get a splash potion, and you get 2 stakes, and you are free to run like the winds. What do I have here? I have nothing. I was going to see if I could extend this thing a little bit. So I'm going to have to run back, get some other material. I need some stairs, some stone. All set. So we'll drag this back a bit. Put our glowstone. That's probably going to melt the ice momentarily. So we'll leave that for last. Yep. And we'll bring it out to about here. Let's see how that looks. Then we'll still have to set this up again. And this is all temporary as well, my little stations here. Just to get everything functional. I didn't get any stairs. Let's make some stairs. There we go. And continue the pattern. Okay, so for this format of this episode, let me know what how you like it. It's pretty choppy, sort of, or it's kind of me unprepared a little bit. Do you prefer that, where we just kind of faff around a little bit and just talk and show you what's kind of been done? Or do you prefer it just to be more kind of structured, so that I just get to the point, start the episode here, say this is what we're going to do, and then I start doing it? That can be done. So with this, having that, oh, that's probably not going to be here now anyway. We'll move that back. So we'll have to extend this back to all the way. And I'm so full of stuff. Full of chocolate. Don't make me laugh. Is that good? Good. Good. Not good? Good. So yeah, let me know. You want just do the builds. Quiet, do the builds. Cut as many times as you want. Cut all the things out. All I want is to see the finished product. This is it. This is what I did when you weren't looking. Haha, suckers! Or would you prefer this style of video? Or this style of... no, that's it. I just got the one style. Or yesterday, other day of episodes style. Caving episode. Which I think I was talking fairly quiet, and I wasn't feeling all too good when I recorded that, so it was probably evident in my voice. Alright, so if we do it here, and let's get these guys out. Dropper. And the other thing I can't pick up, because I have no room. Okay, we don't need 2 stacks of glowstone on us. Spencer. Okay, so if we jump up here, this is where we want to go. So we look up, and I'll probably have to get rid of this glowstone, but that's okay. So do we want the dispenser forward? Dropper. For now, let's just do dropper and dispenser. Then I'll have to change this guy out at least, which he isn't really required. So that can be a full stone. So if that's full stone, we'll probably make that a full stone as well, just to be consistent. And then we could do something like that. Yeah, so good. Sure. Or even like that. Who knows? Doesn't really matter. Close that up. That would be ice. Oops. That would be ice. So would all this. Ta-da! Oh, no, and that would be open. So we'd stand here, be a button, hit button, get shot, and also get some steak. Hit button, and then you're off. Da, 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 da. And with this hitting through a block, or if you got rid of the block, it still gives you pretty much the full bang, which is going to be about a minute with the speed 2 potions. So that'll be good. Well, with that, all we got to do now is actually build the auto brewer, which I will try to do quickly, because we're already running out of time. That's the problem with doing it so quickly or so sporadically, where you're not completely focused on what you're doing. You waste a lot of time. So it looks like the bedrock ceiling is really close here. So I was hoping to be able to hide the whole thing up above, and I don't think I have the luxury of that. So I'll probably not going to put the exact exact thing I built, or like my little tutorial that hasn't been done yet, I guess. I have a tutorial that I'm going to probably do for the auto brewer. I've just been working on the design, because the one I showed my single player world is kind of big, so I've got a much smaller one. It's 2 wide, well technically still 3 wide in terms of tileability, but it's a lot smaller, a lot less redstone. So I'm going to try to build something here, and I'll bring you back when it's done. I haven't built anything. I'll try something. What if we dispense on top of this slab? Okay. So it stays up there by looks of it. We can see it, but you're not able to get it. So unless you were able to jump up beside it, at least to that degree, you wouldn't be able to get it. If it was like that, put that redstone back. What would we be able to do with that? Dispenses, and it shoots out the side. Interesting. So not what we want either. That one didn't. That one stayed up there, and if you jump right here, you could get it. But not consistent. And doesn't look any better, so I think I'll just leave the gap. Aha! So what I'm trying to do is get it so I don't need to put an item elevator, is my goal. So unfortunately the bedrock ceiling is going to pose a bit of a problem, but I think we could make it work, assuming the bedrock cooperates with us. So I'm not going to build it all with you guys, but I thought I'd bring you in step along the way. Oh, man. Occasionally throughout the way. So this hopper line is just going to take the bottles out and feed directly into our dispenser. This one's going to be for our water bottles there at the back. And this one's going to be for our items. Now for this, what I was anticipating to do now, or what I'm hoping I'll be able to pull off, let's see here, is if I put them along here, some blocks. And we're going to show Damian how you're supposed to do redstone in the nether. Okay. You don't put your redstone on the netherrack. You put it on something else. Okay, but anyway, we're going to have our dispensers here. For this case, we're going to need 4. We're going to need nether wart, sugar, glowstone, and gunpowder. And if I simply connect these all up like this, so this will work. So this will be an example of just rigging it in the fields. So for this case, I might actually just make it kind of big and sloppy, but just get the functionality out of it, instead of trying to make it all compact and stuff. So in this case, we're going to have to power 2 blocks again to make sure that these guys don't pull out when they're not supposed to. Pull out. So we're going to hook up basically a ABBA type pulsar to that to get that to do its thing. So it'll lock one or unlock one, then lock the other, kind of flip them around, and so forth. So I think that'll work. So the only issue really is going to be water bottle storage, which currently we only have 1 chest worth. So we might have to do an item elevator for that, which is kind of unfortunate. I was hoping to avoid item elevators because I've been having some problems with them. They always seem to jam up. Anyway, bring you back. Yeah, I'm in the process of trying to get this to work. What I'm doing here is I'm using that same comparator pulse length and everything, and I'm using it to power these guys again. So these will be, imagine the lamps are the hoppers, so the lights just so we could tell when they're working. And with this I think gets power slightly longer than that side. So when I hit this button, if you watch the lamps, you can see they're both on for an instant. So it goes like they're both on and then it switches. So it might be a little harder to see from this side. I can actually do it there. So you saw they're both on, and then it's kind of like an ABBA switch, with this being output 1 and the torch being output, or B, I guess. So the first one would be this guy going on, A, B going off, and then B, and then A. So anyway, this should provide the perfect timings for the water bottle exchange, assuming this pulse lasts long enough to allow them to get out. Now the only problem actually is I think it's inverted the way I want it to be. So actually I should have the torch here, and we should have a repeater here. Yeah. So good thing I set this up, or I wouldn't have even noticed. Because yeah, we don't want, typically the water can just keep going in, and we just block the ones coming out. Let's see if the timing's still good. So there, they were both on. That switch is pretty quick. And if I need to, maybe we could add a delay. Is that a good delay? That was a bad delay, I think. So it meant that this was off, and this was also off, so it was likely that it was going to put a water bottle in there and pull it out right away. I don't think the delay is needed. That does it almost instantly. Yeah, I'll see if that's a problem. If it is, we might need to add more delay, I think, into the torch, not the repeater. Pretty tight in here, not gonna lie. Please don't go in the ceiling. I should have really thought about that. I should keep some obsidian on me, and a means of getting out in case I do enter pearl through the ceiling. Otherwise, I think I have to run all the way back to spawn, which isn't too bad. I believe D-Gamer got a portal up there for us to get down. Okay, I think I have this in place. I just put this bedrock. I put the timer in, and it's currently going with about 3 stacks of items. So every time it switches between, it'll create that 1 tick, which goes to that torch, which initializes this. And we'll swap those guys around, and then we'll also send a pulse up here. Once I put a block above that. And it will send that signal through the line of droppers, which we still have to stock full of some ingredients and make sure everything gets inputted the correct way. Which we could try to do. We need some of that, and that. Let's see if that'll work. And then that's pretty much it. Then I just got to... There's no safety features added into this as of yet. Yeah, you can hear them all fire anyway. So we should be able to put them in the order in which they get shot into it. At least that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Oh, there's D-Gamer. Let me load them up. If I can. Alright, here's the good spot. So if we put netherrack, then we want sugar, and then we want either glowstone or gunpowder. Loady. Gamer. Alright, so let's just... There we go. Let's simulate that going off. We got nether wart. Then we got sugar, glowstone, and gunpowder. I don't know what he wants to talk about, but just in case, it's private. I'll talk to him after. Okay, so that seems to work. Basics down. I can look at adding some safety things in. Right now it's just going to continue to do its thing. So now it should fire. Swaps. We get the ingredients. Of course, there's double of them. So next thing we should try is to get some potions going, make sure all that works. I'm wondering if you could keep a portal alive when you throw an item in it. Does it act like load the chunk on the other side? I was wondering if you could almost have the potions, the water bottle tank, I guess, on the other side of the portal, and then have it send the full bottles of water through the portal. I don't know if that could work. I haven't played around with that kind of stuff. Probably not. Or maybe. Who knows? Anyway, I got some water bottles here, so we can at least check out part of the system. And looks like I need the hoppers. So let's get rid of the buttons. Let's get up here. And the episode is getting long, so we're going to have to call it quits right after we get this sorted. So from there, I'm going to have a chest, but I don't. But we could throw the water bottles in. And we're just going to make sure it's not able to try to brew just yet, because we need to get it at the beginning of a full cycle so it has enough time. And actually, I'm not even sure if this is enough time that I've allowed it right here. Find out. And then I'll set up the little double pulse over here for that guy. It's about ready to change. It is. Okay, water, water, water. Let's see what went over there. Hopefully, beautiful jump guy. You're the best. Don't go in the ceiling. Okay. Water, water, water. Okay, we gotta see. Now the system should run now, as long as I keep water in it. It should start brewing potions, and assuming it has enough time to do so. So I'll probably set up a chest for the water bottles. And then I'll try to figure out some mass storage that we could do for it. And then this will just fill this automatically. For right now, I just don't want them going anywhere. I want to see what they are. I'll bring it back once it's done. And might have to adjust the timer here if it swaps out before it has time to actually finish. So like right now, we're only at 40 spider eyes remaining, and it still has to do the gunpowder. Are we going to have enough time to do it? It's gonna be close. I don't think we are. Come on. Oh, so close. Let's take the gunpowder out. And I brought some more spider eyes. Let's throw maybe half a stack or a quarter of a stack in. Will that make the difference? And I can reintroduce the gunpowder there. And it should go in order. Gonna make it? Oh, I don't think so. Another 6? Okay, that's good. That might be even overkill. But there we go. They have enough time to do that. So take those ones out. And it looks like it's out of water bottles. Oops. Alright, looking good. Looking good. Let me do some more behind the scenes stuff. And hopefully get it running for us. Are we ready to go? I think we're ready to go, guys. I think we have to call it quits. Quits. Jumping phenomenally. Okay, all I did was add a comparator to this guy, so he'll read for the water bottles. He's going to output a signal to this line, which will power this block, which will power that redstone, which will lock this piston in the extended mode. So depending on when it fails, it could do another cycle. And I think if it does do another cycle, I might end up with some either a short brew, I think, in one of the phases. I'm not too sure. So it might only have a couple bottles in it instead of the full 3. I think that's the only issue. Otherwise, we're good to go. So over here, I've got this kind of setup going here. There's the button for this guy. So that'll turn on, which will turn off the torch, which will allow this torch to turn on, and it's got a burnout condition in effect. So as soon as this guy isn't a part of the equation, it should do its burnout. And it only allows for 2 clicks when it's correctly hooked up. So we should only get 2 stakes. So let's see, do I still have any in there? I have 8. A total of 36. And you get 1, 2, and you get the speed effect. And I think the speed... yeah, it seems to work every time. Wasn't sure if it was being butted. No, it's being powered directly from this button as well. Redstone dust above it, block beside it will power that guy. And you can see it gives us the full minute. So then we're free to jump. I assume this is faster with speed than it would be without speed. I don't know. I should probably do a test once it's all done and do a rundown with the speed 2 boost and without to see the difference. But anyway, that's the general idea of this. We might clean it up or change the layout a bit. But for now, I think that's it. So you come here. Best to stand directly under the glass block or the ice block, so you get the as much speed as you can. I mean, or we could even have that removed, and maybe not have glass or ice here, and then you just stand here, and you take a shot. You get a couple stakes, and you're off. Da, 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 da. Cool. All right. Well, we'll have to set up something similar on the other side, which I think might be easier because we're lower down. So I can put everything up in the ceiling. And then would be good. So thank you again for watching, guys. And we'll see you in the next episode. Whee! Forgot to add one more of the safeties so that it won't just keep spitting out ingredients once it's kind of gotten to its quota, so that I can start up again without any issues. So we should be able to do that simply by doing this, I think. If we put a repeater here and put a block, this will also tell the thing to stop running, because it is right now at a state where it is full, almost. So now it shouldn't do any more. Yeah, it's not going to allow this piston to retract, so even when it gets all these items over, it'll stay locked. And these guys will sit there until the next cycle is allowed to begin, in which case the piston arm will move. And it will try to eliminate these guys. So that's good. That should work, and that leaves a little bit of a buffer, unlike this one. Cool. Bye-bye. All fixed. I fixed it. Woo!